Okay, Mrs. True, well, I gotta move. Okay, I gotta explain you about the jumpers on this design on this PCB. Okay, this version that you have right now is the newest version because the version that I have, I did not rotate the RCA, so you had the better options because mine is the on the other side. So this is rotated to a 90-degree, and it's gonna be easier for you to plug in the RCA plug. So it's gonna be easier for you. All right, about the jumpers, I'm going to explain you about two main important jumpers that are really important on this PCB actually. Are this jumper here is pretty easy to accomplish the complete connection of this rail, the voltage rail. So the only thing that you gotta do is just uh, solder a small amount of solder through the hole until you will see that the hole is covered up. Do the same thing with the other three pads, these three pads, and make sure that on both sides it will have the same amount of solder. The reason I made it that way is gonna sort of like create a rivet, sort of like a solder rivet, and you will have three pads that will be ensure that the connection is permanent. So the same thing with the bottom of these three pads, just a little flow of solder on both sides, it will complete the circuit. The same thing you can accomplish with these traces here. You can actually place a piece of wire from the leftover from the resistor if you want to. I did that on my PCB just in case, just to be 100% sure. I think on this one I did not use a piece of wire. I just apply a little amount of solder to create like a little ball, and that will complete the circuit on those jumpers. Okay, this one is really important. The same technique. Just apply solder until you see the solder flowing on both sides of the pad, so that will complete the circuit. Do not apply too much solder here because this is a resistor that is on top of this, so I don't think it's gonna be a big deal because the resistor can be a little higher. It's okay. It's not a big deal. All right, so other jumpers that you can just apply a little solder are this one here. Just apply a little solder here, and also here solder here. Here I just place a piece of wire on this one here, just to be sure. A piece of wire left over from the resistor. Another one here, and here I select the ZZ. I use a center diode on this selection. You whatever your selection you do. All right, up here a piece of wire just to be sure 100%. It's not really needed, but I made it that way. So just apply a little solder here, so it will flow. That will complete the circuit. Okay, I'm going to explain you about the reason why I place those exposed traces. That will help on the carrying, although the current is going to travel there without affecting the trace, because remember this is, I think it's 1 ounce of copper, because this PCB is 2 ounces of copper. You don't have to do that, but you don't have to worry about that. If you think that might be dangerous, just spray it with the lacquer, electronic lacquer, and spray in that area after you complete the PCB. Also here, and this here area is this only to reinforce the traveling, actually the current that is going to travel there. Depending on the usage, you are going crazy with 4-ohm speaker, it's going to carry a lot of current, so you got to make sure. I did not do that on this output because I don't think it's really needed. The trace is pretty thick, so it's not really needed. What else? Okay, one really important note: you can apply a bit of solder slowly, but not much. So you can apply a little bit of solder, give it some time to cool down the PCB, because if you keep the solder for a long periods of time, you might damage or bend the PCB a little bit. So that happened to me on one PCB. I was applying too much solder. I left it for too long, and it started to bend the PCB. Here, just apply a little bit of solder because the trace is not that long. It's not a really long trace, so just apply a little solder to reinforce that area. Also here, apply a little solder just to reinforce, And here just a little bit of solder, extra solder, just to, but not much. Don't go don't go crazy, just enough solder that you think, okay, here wasn't necessary, but I decided to apply a little solder to make sure that this does not have any how you say, what's the word, resistance. I don't think it's gonna be any resistance. You have a good ground here for the RCA. We have the positive here with the continuity, and we have the other option. What the hell? Yeah, I'm playing video games. All right, so here, one last thing that I'm gonna explain. I decided on this new PCB, your design is that I place those top copper areas to reinforce those connections. One example, you solder the terminal there, it's going to be a really strong connection because yeah, it's going to have 2 layers of copper. Same thing here with the horse, first cat division, Fort Hood, Texas. Yeah. All right, so I did the same thing here. I just placed a zone of copper. The reason I did that is to reinforce those connections there. Remember, you're gonna keep putting up those fasten connectors. That's to help preventing the damage of the bottom of the PCB. One sample you're gonna keep. One sample you. What the hell? I've been looking at funny stuff. I was sending that to my friends. I like funny stuff. So as you can see here, that will help avoid damaging this bottom of the PCB, as you can see here. So that's why I decided to place those copper area on the top too for the fasten connector and the fuses. So that's going to be a really reinforced area. So make sure you have all the jumpers. You see the letter J, and just place a little wire on those small ones. Okay, all right. So yeah, I think I was making this video and you were writing, sending me a message. All right, cool. That's cool. All right, so what else I gotta explain you? I think this is really important. That where you see the letter J, it means jumper. On this, just apply solder. Use a multimeter on continuity test. Make sure that the continuity is good. I bet it's gonna be good because I tested the amplifier and it works really good. And what else I gotta explain you? I think that's it. That's it. Take your time. Don't rush it. Take your time, because that's the same thing I did. It took me like 2 weeks to put it together. And yeah, that's it. Just gotta go slow on the build. Just go slow on the build. All right. Oh man, you got the with the 90-degree RCA connection. You got the upgraded one, man. I'm jealous. All right, man. Have a good day, bro. All right, take your time while you're building this. All right, man. Good day.